Baby, I am ready to love these reviews. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray, self-love advocate and wife coach. I have not seen you guys in forever, or rather, you haven't seen me and we haven't had a conversation unless you're watching me over on Married at First Sight Lives. That's not what we're here for. We are reviewing Ready to Love Philadelphia, okay? Which number season is this? I don't know, but this is episode number 1 and it's called First Ready to Love Wedding. Child, I want y'all to know that I have not really wanted to review Ready to Love in a really long time, and something in my spirit was like, girl, you are ready to love, so why don't you go ahead and review the episode. So here we go. Now, since it's our first episode in a really long time, I don't really remember what I'm doing. These are a bunch of people that we don't know. It's a bunch of them at one time. This episode and next episode. So it's just gonna be a bunch of stuff, okay? Y'all rocking with me? Y'all with me with that? I'm gonna give my opinion and my first thoughts of these people, of course. So we got Deanna, who is 35, and she is a firefighter. She's been one for 10 years. I was like, I'm here for her. She's super cute. I wish her dress was just a little bit looser, because the bottom, y'all know how they be when you hippie and stuff. Or she was, you know, had that one open, because it just seemed like it was stretched. But anyway, she was super cute. I don't believe she has any children, because she never mentioned that. But she do like them tall, okay? And she won't date a firefighter, okay? That's what we do know about her. Then we met Naeem, and he's a gym owner. Now, Naeem is 42 years old. Oh, he said he like rubbing feet, and so he got me when he was like, I like rubbing feet, okay? He's been adopted, and now understands how important it is to love yourself first before you decide you want to be in a relationship or love someone else. Because when you love you, honey, this is how I feel. When you love you, the right people love you back. They are attracted to you when you know what you want. I mean, some bad ones be there too, but now that you understand what it is, it's just a lot easier that way. He's got 5 kids though, with 3 baby mamas, is what we find out a little bit later. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, niños. Baby, listen. We meet Angie, who's 42. Oh, and let me, now, when I say 42, I mean 42. So she's just 40. But let me say this too before I keep going, because I'm really super excited. Most of these people in this first 10 are Philly natives. I think only one of them wasn't. I'm not sure. If you remember, let me know down below in the comments. But Angie is 40 and she's a bartender. We found out that she was engaged. Oh, and that he passed away after they had gotten engaged. In my heart, I was like, baby, I know you lying. Oh, and I'm so glad to hear her say that I'm healed, I'm in a better place, and I'm ready to try again. I'm ready to try again, because the one thing I noticed for certain, if you have not healed from the previous relationship, the loss of, however you lose them, then the next ones might be a little tough. You might be hard to deal with. Now, Eddie is 31 and he's tall, and they keep calling him Rick Fox. This seems to be the ladies' favorite. He is a general contractor and he owns his own company. We've got Kiara. Okay, Kiara, she looks like that one girl from a few seasons ago. Let me see if I can find her picture. From a few seasons ago. She gives me that same like energy. Even in the way that she talks, it reminds me of her. Why is her name escaping me? I'm gonna put it right here so y'all can see. I'm gonna put them both right here so y'all can see them. She's an insurance specialist, has 2 children, 2 boys, I believe. I'm gonna have to look later, but I think they're 14 and 7. Oh, I did write down she seems a little superficial, seems a little fake, but I could be wrong. I think it's just because, you know, right now it's her representative, right? Of course she looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love that. But it's like the energy that goes along with her like conversation is giving me a little bit, is she superficial? I'm hoping that she's not. I'm hoping that she's not, okay? I'm hoping that she's not. What y'all think? So then we meet John. They call him Jay. He's 34. He's also a single dad. He has 2 children and he's in cybersecurity. We find out that he was in a relationship for 11 years, child. 11. 11 once. Okay, 11 años. That's how long he had been in a relationship and didn't marry the woman. Now, did I miss why they broke up? But he's a single dad, so they live with him in Philly, and the mom is in Virginia, and I'm all like, yes, okay? I'm so glad that you are a single dad. Not I'm glad, but I'm glad that you're taking care of your children. You have a boy and a girl. Maybe I remember how old they are. But I'm also like, good for the mama to get a break a little bit too. I don't know. We need the whole story. Don't hold me to that yet. So we need the whole story. Then we meet Sahara, who's 35 and a home health agent, and she is a spiritualist. Now I like her. Y'all might feel a kind of way because she like, you know, she's a spiritualist, like with candles and crystals and all of the things that spiritual women do. And she said, I ain't never lit a candle to want somebody, but I have to get rid of them. Y'all feel a way about that? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. How are you feeling about her and her spirituality? I like it. Personally, she probably got an ancestor altar, honey. She probably do some chants, all kind of stuff. Listen, accept people for who they are and leave it at that. So then here comes Tommy, and he tells us that it's our first Brady Love meeting. And then, baby, when we find out that it's Kamil and Cornelius, I was like, they still together? They still together? I didn't know that they were still together. They getting married? It still seems a little awkward. I mean, and what she said, though, was very nice. I can't remember what he said, but what she said was very nice. And I just, like, they still together? Because I do remember her being a bully and telling him what it was. Like, she had already told him we're going to get married. We're going to be married when the next time they see us, we're going to be getting married. Like, y'all, what y'all know about Cornelius and Kamil? And then they had Zadia show up, honey, and she waving at them like she, you know, baby, Zadia, you still beautiful, but you still a little crazy. We remember you from the 2 shows you did, okay? The one in DC, and then additionally, the one you did with the 4 girls. I can't remember with the other 3 ladies. I can't remember the name of it, but I reviewed it. It's in here somewhere. We're gonna keep going. Oh, no, we not. Because I had said they, as in Ready to Love, needed to have some type of proof that these relationships are working. Because what we have seen is that these relationships have not been successful. That's what we have seen. What we have seen, that the people who end up at the end up breaking up, it end up being bad. I mean, that's what we have seen. Yeah? So I feel like they did that whole wedding of the 2 of them to prove that, you know, love is found. Love can be found. I think they did that to us last year when they did it with Rashid and y'all know who I'm talking about. And then they broke up because he was a narcissist. At least that's what she said. Okay, I don't know these people personally. I'm just going by what she said. What was her name? Child. That's because I ain't been reviewing it. Nevertheless, we're going to keep going. He tells them that 2 people go home. You know, and that's what we used to knowing, is that 2 people go home with each. So there's 10 people here, and there'll be 10 at the next one, and 2 people go home, is what we hear. So then we meet Wayne, who is 36, and he is a project manager. And he says that he's a mama's boy. Now, if you know like I know, sometimes mama's boys ain't what we want to talk to. Because mama's boys be really like, still be having like, when you get married to them and all of that, you know, when priorities come, you still at the bottom. I don't know how else to say that. And it's not really a bad thing, but it can be. So let's see what kind of mama's boy he is. He's like, they meet my mama. When I have great relationships, it's because of her and what she's taught me. I think that that's what my sons would say, but they would never call themselves mama's boys. They would say, I love my mama, but I don't think they would ever call themselves mama's boys. I don't know. I might be tripping. Y'all, let me know down below in the comments what you think he means, or even what you think about people that are men who are mama's boys. Let me know down below in the comments. Don't leave me hanging by myself. Oh, now we starting to see that people really like have conversations together. And Angie and Wayne have a conversation. And Angie, honey, has no problem with saying what she likes. Remember, she's 40 and she likes Wayne, who's 36. She starts talking about, you know, I normally like them short because it's a surprise, okay? When they shorter than me, there's normally a surprise between their legs. And she talks about how Wayne is tall and he's got big feet and or a big shoe size or whatever. And I said, and I wrote it down, the shoe size, the big feet don't mean that the part you looking for is big, ma'am. You better look at them hands. Look at the length of them fingers. Look at how thick and wide those hands are. You better look at the fingers, not necessarily the hand, but the you better understand what I'm saying, because it ain't the shoes. And you would think that she would understand that, but I guess on a short man, maybe it is the shoes. I don't know. Hasn't been my my personal experience, shoe size, okay? But he asked her, what are you attracted to? What do you like? What's your type? And she was like, you. I was like, you better tell him what it is. Like, shoot your shot. I ain't gonna shoot my shot. I probably would have been like, oh, you're attractive. Y'all excuse that bruise. I had some cupping done about a week ago. And it's still recovering. You probably didn't even see it till I showed you. Anyway, but I was like, you know, she better say she's attracted to him. You my type is what she said. That's what she said. I probably would have said something like, oh, I find you attractive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Y'all, I'm working on it. I said in 2025, I was going to be a little more like direct, you know, not necessarily super aggressive, but definitely more direct when it came to me meeting people, because I am ready to love again. Okay, I mean these reviews too, but I am ready to love again. So that's the whole thing. Nevertheless, he was like, I find you attractive too, and he did that little like come on shorty or something he said. I don't know what he said, but I was like, okay, and they exchanged numbers. So even if things don't work out here, things could work out a little later. Now then we meet True and Eddie, and True and Eddie get together. But before we talk about True and Eddie, I want to say that True is 35 and she is a brand partnership manager, okay? But they have a little conversation and True is like, it's a must that you have therapy. It's essential that you have therapy, okay? I agree that essential is good for everyone. That if you need it, if you're experiencing things, if you aren't, it's just good to have someone to talk to, because we all have life experiences, okay? Good, bad, and indifferent. And so it's really good to have someone that you can share those thoughts with that's not going to pass judgment on you, okay? But hold on, because I got some stuff to say about True. We see John, and he is talking to Kiera, and he likes her. He's all like, she's a baddie. Instantly calls her a baddie, and this is when we find out about the 11-year marriage. And she already is like, he's my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Her and Deanna both like Jay. I don't like no grown-ass man with no French braids. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just funny like that. I don't like no grown-ass man with no, what you got French braids for? Maybe that's just me. And they're not even like cornrows, but again, maybe that's just me and what I like, and that's something that I'm not attracted to. I don't even like my sons to have cornrows or French braids, but they both want them. The oldest one did it first, then he got locks. Now he back to having waves, and now Kingston's got the I don't know, what's it called, where your hair is free-formed and it's just kinky, and I love that because he has great hair, but now he wants to braid it. I'm just not a fan of French braids. It's just me, okay? Don't judge me, judge your mama. So then we see Will. Will is 40 years old and he's been married twice. He is a biotech recruiter, but he also seems like maybe he's confused about the things that he likes. He said he got married 2 times after his parents had passed away. Each time, but each marriage only lasted a year. So here's my thing. What is going on? He seems a little fluid. I don't know the man, but that's the energy that he's giving me. Like he's trying too hard, but he's really not attracted to him. He do find the people attractive, but not really. So he's giving me like he might be a little fluid, and that's okay. But make sure that we know that you fluid. Because if you fluid, give me the opportunity to say, hey, I like you, or I don't. Hey, I'm with it, or I'm not. Like, I'm just saying, maybe that's just me and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my first opinion of Will is wrong. But my first thing I wrote down was, ain't nobody gonna like him. And then we saw Sahara and Will talk and I was like, he's a little weird. And I was like, she's very natural in being her actual self, okay? Then we see Naeem and we see Kiara talking. And I was like, everybody likes what she looks like because she's gorgeous. Let's hope I found the girl that she reminds me of. And the girl she reminds me of is on Instagram and has like a huge following and stuff now. And she talks about like relationships and how to get a man, etc. I gotta see if I can find her. But this is when we find out that Kiara, her 2 children are boys, and I was right. They are 14 and 7 years old. And this is also when we find out that Naeem has 5 kids and 3 baby mamas. And the fact of the matter is, this is Kiara, like, that's too much. I don't want no drama. He didn't tell her, he didn't share with her about his therapy and his, him being adopted and him getting into relationships because he was thinking about his abandonment issues and all those things. She didn't say that. He didn't share that. And I think that that was not beneficial to him. We didn't see it, right? They gave us enough. But I feel like he should have shared a lot of that, and that would have helped her understand why there's 3 baby mamas and 5 kids. But I'm with her. I don't want no drama. I don't want no baby mama drama. I don't want no 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 drama. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff this season because I've been in, you know, I've had a huge breakup. I think I talked about that the last time I seen you, but there were so many things that I learned about myself. I dated somebody else and I learned some stuff about myself, and I'm really glad that I learned these things. Like, listen, you know, I be sharing with y'all, and all the people that I talk about are normally really good people. They just don't work for me anymore. They're not good for me anymore, right? So I don't want, because they probably watching, you know, they be watching me because, I mean, I'm pretty amazing. See, it's a squirrel. I'm getting sidetracked. But I'm just saying, we learned so many things. So I'm hoping to share a lot of stuff with you this season. And I'm hoping that we go live too to talk this season. So Deanna and Eddie, they're a yes for me. I really like their energy together. He does have 1 son. And he said he's ready to marry. So right now, he's a yes for me. I like him. All the ladies seem to like him, but I like Deanna and Eddie together most. I like Deanna the most. She seems to be the most natural to me. Oh, wait, I missed something. Oh, Kiara was talking to Jay. And I felt like, because he was like, I used to be a player. You know, I did this before, you know, back then. Now I was this. This is when we found out that he was 11 years, or maybe it was a little sooner. I don't know. This is when they talk about it again. And she, you know, she's just kind of like real hard on him. I feel like, what did I write? I said Kiara is hard to deal with. And she seems very much a little bit combative right now and does not give grace. But she's the one that said therapy is essential. And I kind of feel like she is in therapy, but I don't think that she's ready to move forward. Because I still go to therapy. I don't go every other week. I don't go every 2 weeks now, right? I don't even go once a month. Now I'm every other month. I'm probably going to get to every 3 months because I had some things that I needed to talk about. But what I know for sure is I wasn't ready for a relationship with anybody, any of the bays, okay? I was talking to people like I do, but I was dating possibly, but now I think that I'm really ready. And I feel like, because one of the things that she said when, was it Naeem that asked her why she wasn't married? She said, you gotta ask these dudes because they the problem. Because ain't no good men out here. She said that. Ain't no good men out here. And I thought to myself, well, that's a problem for you because there are good men out here. There are good men who have done shadow work and have grown and are into themselves and love themselves and go to therapy. There are men who are good men. No one is actually perfect, but there are men that are good. And so with her to be like, ain't no good men, I was like, she's not really ready. Because in order to be ready, you have to know that your person or persons are out there, okay, and that they are coming to you. Like, you have to know what it is that you want and be able to receive it. So if you're closed and think that every dude ain't no good, then he ain't gonna come. That's a word. So stop thinking that everybody is so wrong, because what you desire is out there. They're looking for you, especially if you've done the work and you've healed yourself and you are doing those things, baby, he's looking for you too. Like, so be mindful of the things that you say. So now Tommy's talking to the people and he's all like, who's in, who's out, okay? Who do you like? Deanna is a favorite for most of the men. Eddie is a favorite for most of the women. I was sad to see that Sahara was out for most of the men. She was the homegirl. And what I feel like, because for me, Sahara and Deanna are the most relaxed, casual. I feel like we're getting their natural, who they are. We aren't getting the representative. And so I feel like the women who are the most natural are always the ones that end up being, they end up saying, oh, she feels more like a homegirl because she's being herself. Warm, welcoming, and cool. And so for me, that's an issue. Like, I thought to myself, well, I'm 48 now, so I really wouldn't be able to do like Ready to Love. But would they see me as a homegirl? Like, would I be too cool? Like, cause I be low-key funny, you know what I'm saying? No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't, but I probably wouldn't get chosen. I feel like I might, that people would like me, but I might not. They might get kicked off. Anyway, so Sahara ends up being out, and they keep Kiara, and then it's Will and Naeem at the bottom, and Will ends up being the person that is out, and Naeem stays. But then there's a twist, which I actually like, because I really think that it's unfair. And I think we've said this some years, right? I think that it's unfair that in 1, 2, 3 hours, 4 hours or whatever, you've made your decision. So what has happened is Tommy says that these 2 people are out, get to go to the next mixer with the next 10 people. And in that mixer, they get to try again, and maybe they get to stay, maybe they don't, who knows? However, I like that Sahara was like, I ain't fucking with none of you niggas. Those was her words, not mine. Don't judge me, judge Sahara. Those were her words. And I liked it. I liked that she was like, honest, like, none of y'all. Even though it was 1 or 2 of them that felt like she was the homie. But she was like, I'm good. I mean, it might have been a little bit too much, but I'm glad that she was real. I'm glad that she kept it 100. I'm just saying. Well, I think that ends our first episode. I'm actually gonna stick with this. I'm trying to determine if I'm gonna do Love is Blind, which comes out on February 14th. I do not know. Do y'all want to see me review that? I did last time, and that shit was back to back to back, and then the first 6 dropped first, and so that's really hard for me because I be wanting to do one by one. Anyway, I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my review of Ready to Love Philadelphia. If it's your first time visiting my channel, absolutely click the subscribe button so that you come back. Click the notification bell, because you can subscribe but never know when I upload. So go ahead and click the notification bell so you're alerted of when I upload. And that means lives and all kind of things, because I do feel like I'm ready. I'm ready to be back. I feel good. I'm ready to be back, okay? Go ahead and share this video with your friends, your family, anybody who's watching Ready to Love, because you rock with me for real, and I'll know that, and we'll do it all in the comments because we're all respectful and we love one another, okay? Know that I love you and want every good thing that God has in store for you and more. Okay, I love you. Bye.